Good afternoon. Welcome to the first of a line of webinars that we kick off our show season with to help you guys get your marketing opportunities in line for the 2016 Housewares show. Some fun facts. We're 143 days out into the commencement of the show. And I don't know if that makes you panic, but certainly we are into the home stretch here at under 5 months to go until opening day. So today we want to cover our Housewares Connect 365 tool. And this is a year-round tool, hence the 365. And this is a search tool for buyers, media, and kind of a sidebar consumers. So we're going to get started. Today, myself, Nancy Michael, will be presenting along with John Whitman, who's our coordinator of trade show sales, and the guru on HC 365, which is our acronym for Housewares Connect. So this is an interactive webinar. We'll take your questions at any time. So please use your chat function to submit questions, and we'll stop and answer them during the webinar. So again, Housewares Connect 365 is your search, plan, and communicate tool. It is a free service, and it is housed on our website. And there's we will refer to it both ways probably during this webinar as Housewares Connect 365 or HC 365. And again, just to reiterate, this is a tool that will help you attract buyers, attract media, inform consumers, and promote your brand through words, images, and video. In other words, you need to tell your story in a visual presentation on this tool. We have found that is the best way for we find that we get a higher percentage of views when you use the words, the images, and the video. So 23,000 buyers plan for the show on this tool. Media really uses this tool quite a bit, and we'll get into this several times during the presentation. But there is a special tool on this tool for media to help identify new and innovative products that you submit. And they also really use this tool right before the show to find out, you know, if you're having celebrity appearances or demonstrations or if there's a special anniversary, etc. So why should you use this tool? Well, first of all, it's free, and we know that our buyers use it. And second and third on this list, we know that we get over 1 million searches annually on this tool. The bulk of it comes right around the time of the show, but it is a year-round tool, and it ends up being top on a lot of the SEO. There's a lot of search engine optimization in here. So if a consumer's looking for a certain brand, it often pops up, which gets them to the site. Here's that stat on listings with catalogs and images were viewed 75% more frequently than those without catalogs or images. So that's a pretty staggering number. You definitely want to make sure you're getting product images up there. And again, we're going to talk a little bit today about telling your story through your branding. And that's one absolute way to do that. So today we're going to go on an overview of the tool. We're going to teach you how to enhance your free listing, and we're going to go through a little bit more in depth how buyers and media use the tool. There will be, Don will get into more of the nitty-gritty on the navigation of it and what to expect when you're on there. It's very user-friendly, but this whole webinar will just give you a nice overview of why you need to use the tool and prepare for our show. It's important. Our show is, it's not a gift show. It's very different in terms of trade show, depending on the kinds of shows you do. But in our show, if you put the work in, you usually see the results. So Housewares Connect, this is kind of important. Anything you put on Housewares Connect feeds into our mobile application for show site. And although we still know that a lot of people use the printed directory, we also know that a lot of them are starting to convert to mobile applications. So just keep that in mind when you're populating your 365 page, that anything you put on, especially before show, will feed right into that mobile application. So here's the thing with this tool. There's no deadline in terms of when you want to go in and populate it. There are deadlines that we publish for you because it pulls for directory, et cetera, mobile app, et cetera. But generally, you can go in at any point during the year and change out your news releases or your pictures or your catalogs to keep it updated. You'll always see a turn on company information right away, and sometimes it takes a little longer to get video. Go ahead, Don.
Sometimes it'll take 24 hours before our website will refresh and your images will be visible. But as soon as I see that you've done some kind of activity in your listing, I try to log on and upload everything I see right away. But if you don't see it, just wait 24 hours. It may take a while for our website to refresh.
So just, you know, this is kind of 101 here, but to load your bestsellers, your catalogs, your support materials, your brands, your licenses, those are all searchable features. And then on the bottom there, the specials, new products, in-booth appearances. Generally, people do this right before the show. Again, this is when the media is really looking at these profile pages and doing searches. So particularly with new products, I mean, this is an open site, so, you know, depending on how you want to protect your intellectual property, if you've already launched a new product, you may not be as sensitive to it, but a lot of people wait till right before the show to put up their new product images. That should not distract you, though, from loading your bestsellers, you know, something that visually is going to capture the attention of a buyer or media person, and in many cases a consumer, which we'll get into that a little bit today. So how can this tool help you? So HC365 is a searchable tool. You can do there's keyword searches. You're going to want to think about that when you're writing your company descriptions. We have 500,000 annual visitors to the website, so that's a pretty nice number. Adding a company description will generate interest by creating your story, telling them in your own words what your brand is about, and supporting it with the features of video and product images. So catalogs, product images, videos, of course your company logo. You want to make sure you've got as many of those things that you can accommodate on this page. Booth appearance information. For some of you that's relevant, for some of you it's not, but we do have quite a bit of celebrities who endorse products at the show. You're going to want to make sure that you put that information on your profile page. Made in USA, that's a big category. We hear this from our buyers. For those of you not familiar, we do have 2 different retail councils that we're active with throughout the year. We've got kind of your specialty retail council, and then we have more of your mass retail council. Made in USA comes up every year for them. It's definitely still a pretty big trend. There is a qualifier on there. It's self-policing, but there is a process to go through if you have Made in USA product. If you don't have Made in US product, do not say you do. That really upsets our buyers. Show specials is another kind of, you know, hot button or buzz for buyers and media. We'll get into this a little bit. It's really just an indicator that you have a show special for the 2016 show. And then any newsworthy things you want to talk about. Maybe there's been an acquisition, maybe there's been a celebration or an anniversary, you know, any sort of special event that's public relations worthy, you definitely want to get on there. So I'm going to turn this over to Dawn, and she's going to take you through the nitty-gritty of how you access the site, what it's all going to look like, and she's going to take it from here.
Good afternoon. So to get started, you're going to go to the housewares.org, our main page, and then you'll see the green show icon. You're going to click on that, and then you're going to click on the orange exhibitor icon to take you to the assigned exhibitor page. Once there, you'll see there's a lot of information going on this page, but what I want to direct your focus on is the assigned exhibitors update your company listing. When you click here, you'll need to have your ID and seniority number handy to log in. This is the login page, and you will need to enter your ID and your seniority and then your name before clicking the begin box. You'll also see down on the bottom that if at any time you need to email me because you don't have your ID or your seniority number, all you have to do is click on my name and generate an email to me, and I'll respond as quickly as possible. To get started, on the left-hand side, you'll see a bunch of navigation buttons that are going to take you through the entire online directory. We start with the company address, on-site contacts, brands and licenses, products, company description, product images, and catalogs. The first section is your company address. This information you're going to want to make sure is completely up to date. If you've moved, if you're planning on moving, before the show, please be sure to log on and make sure that all of this company information is current and up to date with a company email address that buyers, media, and if a consumer needed to, would be able to reach out to your company for more information. The on-site contact is the personnel that will be at your in your booth at the show. The U.S. contact, non-U.S., specialty retail sales consultant or contact. Those three contact names will appear in our printed show directory, so they need to be updated prior to our January deadline date. The public relations and consumer contacts only appear on our website. The brands and licensing section, this is where you're going to list all the brands that your company has and any licensing agreements that you may have. A very popular one is Coca-Cola and Disney. A lot of companies do licensing with them and put their branding on your own product. If you want to include them, this would be the area to do that. Many of our buyers like to know, and the media likes to know, how many new products that you'll be displaying in your booth. And this section where you see, it's just a number area. It's a free text area, but you're going to enter only a number of new products that you're offering. The product description section here will allow you to categorize your product all the way down to any small little subcategories. Now, if you're familiar with the way search engines work, every item that you put in your product listing here is searchable through our search engine on this website. Now for the company description, this is where you're going to put your history, your location, products, company news, any anniversaries, celebrities, any acquisitions that you may have gone through. These are going to be keyword searchable. So again, you can list your product brands, licensing, descriptions. You are limited in only your to 1,000 characters, and you are not limited in the creativity that you can use. For your company product images, these we try to limit your descriptions on your images to 250 characters or less. You don't want to get too wordy with these. The longer the description, the longer it will take to upload the images. Again, the images must be either a JPEG or a GIF, and they should be small in their pixelations. If you're going to upload a catalog, we recommend that it be smaller the better. If your catalog is too large, it will take a long time for a buyer or news media to open, and they may just click through it. They should also only be in a PDF format. Your product images should only be in JPEG or GIF. When you're uploading your videos, they should be the entire link from your YouTube account, not the abbreviated version that you'll see on YouTube's right side navigation.
So that's from the browser bar. You want to take the extended link that's up in the browser bar.
And we'll go through and show you exactly where to go get it. The product catalog pages, as I explained before, they should be in PDF only, and try to keep them small as possible so that when someone clicks on it, it doesn't take forever to open.
I just want to interject real quick again. Keep in mind this is an open site. If you have a catalog that has wholesale pricing in it, you're not going to want to publish that. Well, you could publish it, but you run the risk of competitors seeing your pricing. You run the risk of consumers seeing your pricing. So just keep that in mind when you're doing uploads on here. You know, if there's anything proprietary, you're going to want to really assess what you want to get up there. There's lots of ways you can get around that. Just tell your story, drive traffic to your booth, and, you know, use some of our other tools that will be coming down the pipeline in November. The marketing kit will be hitting your door. So there's lots of tools to take advantage of, but I do want you to keep in mind this is an open site.
For the bottom half of the navigation buttons, we're going to cover company logo, company news, company video, any special marketing opportunities, where you would enter your in-booth appearances, what a duplicate directory listing is, and then we're going to ask you to sign off. The sign-off page is just my indicator that you've completed everything on the site. For your company logo, it's just add your files and you can upload your image. Again, the smaller the image, the more clear the image will be when you look at your final product. Company news, this can be a PDF. It can be a press release. It can be a news article from a magazine, wherever your news articles are coming from, your public relations department. It's just, you're going to click on the button to add a file, and it's very quick and easy. Now for the videos, as I explained before, you'll see the line that says video link. You need to go to your YouTube account, and there's more instructions when you click on the blue click here. But this is the link on your YouTube that you're going to grab, and you're going to need the whole thing. So you can just copy and paste it back into the line. For special marketing opportunities, we have signs that are available for companies that qualify for the Made in the USA. And we also offer new for the home signs for products that are new to the show for 2016.
So you'll be able to sign up for the new for the home sign. You'll be able to sign up through the marketing kit. And the Made in USA signs, once you qualify yourself for Made in USA, we actually deliver you those signs. You can't really order them just to put in your product because you have to go through this qualification. They'll be hand delivered to your booth before show opening. Special marketing opportunities. Now this is where you'll find the Made in the USA sign off. We have here a disclaimer from the United States, the federal government, on what qualifies you as a Made in the USA company. And you need to read the qualifications
and then sign off that you meet that criteria. For show specials, the little red box there, on the little tiny red box there, is if your company is offering any kind of show specials. This appears as a star on your Housewares Connect listing, and it just tells buyers in the media that your company is offering a show special and that they should reach out to you for more information. For in-booth appearances, when you click Add an in-booth appearance, you're going to enter who's appearing in your booth, what they're doing. A couple years ago, we had Mr. Clean was in one of the booths in the North Hall, and he got a lot of press. The media and buyers love to see who's in your booth. If you have a special agreement with any celebrity, please feel free to add it right there.
You can also add like demonstrations. A lot of times people will bring in their designers. So this is where you would put any of that information.
Now the duplicate directory listing is it's not for ordinary brands. If your company is a wholly owned subsidiary where you have a parent company who would like to have their name listed in our directory, there's a $150 fee for this, and it tells them that your parent company can be represented in your booth number. It's just a line item in both our printed directory and our online listing. It is not for ordinary brand identification, and you'll receive an email from me telling you as such. Now to sign off, we also want to point out that it is the responsibility of every exhibitor to update their show directory and Housewares Connect listing. It's your responsibility to make sure that this information is as current as possible. While we don't verify the brands and licenses, we will look them over very carefully to make sure that what you're telling us is the truth, because this is our website. And then we say thank you.
So this is important. So you may have new products that are ready, and you, as we talked about a little bit earlier in the presentation, you don't want to put the images up yet because you want to protect your intellectual property. However, there's all, this lead up to the show where the media is very busy searching and getting their ducks in a row for the show. There's a lot of exhibitors to go through. So this new products for the media is a special feature through HC365 in which you can upload information and images of new products, and only the media can view it. So you could start doing that now. You could start doing that, before your January show runs, etc. And they'll start to look at it, but nobody else will see it until you go back and actually put up the image in the product image piece of the on the navigation for 365. So I'm just going to take you through this. There's two places you're going to be able to access this new products for media. On the right, you'll see this is just a blow-up of the left navigation there. So that's the first place. You just click on that, New Products for Media, and it's going to take you to basically the Marketing Kit link, which is the second place that you're going to be able to upload new products for media. Again, the Marketing Kit will start mailing in early November. It will follow the same order as what you'll find on the website Marketing Kit. So when you get to this piece in the Marketing Kit, you can populate it here. Or if you wanted to start doing it now, that's why we're covering it in both places. More of a convenience for you because it all goes through one link. But this is the page. So if you access at either point, through the Marketing Kit or through HC365, New Products for the Media, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. You'll put in your contact name, your company information, your product information, And you're able to select a category for it, and you're able to upload an image. There's no minimum or maximum on this. You can upload as many new product images as your heart desires, and only the media will be able to view this. So just don't confuse this with, if you want to get it up on your page, you at some point will have to go back to product images on the navigation and put it in so people can see the picture. The general viewing audience will be able to view it once you do that. The second new product showcase. Thank you. I can't read the screen. My eyes are bad. So new product showcase. This is the other place you can enter for new product showcase. For those of you, I'm just going to give you a brief understanding of what this is. If each expo hall, so North Hall, South Hall, and Lakeside Center at the show, each hall houses a buyer's club. Again, only buyers and media are allowed in buyer's clubs. We're very strict about this. Again, this is to protect your intellectual property from people who like to take pictures. So there is a fee for this. It's a $300 entry fee, and that's per product, and you can enter as many products as you want. There is a deadline date associated with this, which is January 29th. This will all be outlined in the marketing kit. And you can go ahead and sign up for it either through 365, or again, in the marketing kit, there's another link that'll allow you to sign up for this online. Once you enter into the new product showcase, your product becomes eligible for an innovation award. That program's changed a little bit this year. It's now called the Global Innovation Awards, and that's GIA. This is what it looks like when you go to sign up for it. It'll take you through steps. It's very user-friendly. It'll ask for a credit card at the end to pay for it. It gives you specific directions on where to send the product, and then it gets merchandised by our team in the buyers clubs, and you just have to trust us because we won't let you in because you're an exhibitor, and we don't want you to see your competitors' products as they do not want you to see theirs. So this is kind of how it works. It's a very, very popular program. Media uses this intently. The other thing that's really special about this program is any buyer that goes into a buyer's club and looks at this new product showcase, they're handed a scan gun. And each of your products is labeled with a code and your booth number and your company name. They scan the products that interest them. When they leave, they get a printout of every product and booth number that they scanned. And at the end of the show, you will receive an email of all the buyers that scanned your product with their email addresses. This is really only one of the ways you can get buyers' email addresses, because they don't want to give you their email address because they don't want to be spammed with everything. Although there's a couple of ways to do it, and this is one of them. So I encourage you all to think about New Product Showcase. It's a great program. It's heavily attended by both buyers and media. And then if you are an Innovation Award finalist or winner, there's a whole set of events and media programs through that. So this is also really important. Those of you who have been in the business for a long time have probably come across this fair guide or expo guide. So all we want to do is make you aware that we are not affiliated with any of those guides that want to charge you for a global product directory, essentially. It usually comes in a pretty official envelope, you know, with maybe a hand addressed, or makes it look like it's hand addressed to you. And I just want to caution you not to sign anything. There is a large fees that go with this. They are notorious for trying to collect. So just be on the lookout for that. If it doesn't say Housewares and it's not free, it's not ours. So this is what the new directory will look like. We still print a pocket show directory. You'll see the deadline up there of January 22nd. That is one deadline that you do want to be populated, at least your company information and that contact information from your HC365 profile page, because that's where this information pulls from. So January 22nd, if you don't do anything today, just go and make sure your company profile is all in there with a URL, an email address, you know, all the specifics. You'll see on the left hand here the 5 things that are included in the directory: company name, your booth number, your U.S. contact, your non-U.S. contact, and your specialty retail contact. So this is a reminder on how to access the site to go to your profile page. You go in through the show navigation and then into exhibitors. If for some reason your booth is not assigned yet, then you will need to wait until your assignment happens. And we are hopefully working through that by the end of the week. Anybody who made the first round of deadline dates with that early July date, hopefully you'll be assigned by the end of the week. I know most of you are in touch to some degree with your sales managers, so you can just kind of keep in touch with them. You'll know when you're assigned, and the minute you're assigned, you'll be able to get on to populate your page. I think the other thing to note is currently, if you were to go on to H365 today and search companies, you may see you're looking at last year's full exhibitor poll. That will change this week, so anyone who is not currently signed up for the show will come off, and everybody who is currently confirmed will stay on or be added. So we're in a little bit of a transition phase right now, so don't get panicky if you can't get on. We're just still kind of working through the assignment process. We've had a bunch of technical problems here, IT issues with our servers. We're in the midst of getting that fixed. I apologize for anybody. I think probably all of you had to re-register for this webinar. So our apologies. It's very rare that that happens here. We're usually pretty buttoned up, but it's one of those things that we're just time for an upgrade. Okay, so how does this tool help a buyer in media? How do they find you? So we've talked a bit, and we're going to show you that it's completely searchable, except for anything that's in PDF. That's pretty standard. Keyword searches don't pick up PDFs. But each buyer in media that goes on to HC365 has the ability to set up a personal briefcase. And what they can do with that briefcase is save all their searches. They can customize a floor plan, which we're going to show you what that looks like. They can communicate with you prior and during and after the show. They can access their saved searches and floor plan at the show, and that's also available to them through the mobile app. And it's year-round access. And we do know that people use it year-round, particularly consumers. So that's kind of important, like particularly your URL or that email, you know, it should be general enough that you can handle consumer requests through it. So this picture is just to kind of show you how a buyer in media access the site. So if you look where the orange highlight is and the yellow arrow, if you look to the left, you'll see that show navigation. That's how you get in, show, and then exhibitors. And then you'll see Housewares Connect 365 highlighted there, and that's how they get in. And if you go to the bottom of the screen there, on the left, it just shows you exactly what pulls up. So if you go there today, you'll see exhibitor and events search, and you'll see you can search keyword, and then you type in whatever keyword you want. And then Don's gone ahead and kind of put on the right what happens with that drop down. So you can, buyers and media can search all those different fields. They can just do company, they can do country, they can do if there's, you know, a cooking theater, they want to see someone in the cooking theater that you may have tied to your brands. So there's all sorts of ways to search on it. I definitely encourage you to go in and play with it and search companies and search brands and see how other people are telling their story. And we're going to show you on here an example of someone who's done a very good job on their profile page. So this is really just covers more. That's how they use the tool. That's how they get in. As we get closer to the show, you'll see kind of in that blue shaded box, we offer some shortcuts for people who might just want a full exhibitor list, or they might want just the Made in USA product or pet products. And this tends to change. We kind of reevaluate what we're going to put there every year. So I'm going to turn this back over to Dawn. And she's going to take you through, once you've populated your profile page, what it looks like to the buyer, the media, and the consumer.
So from the main page of Housewares Connect 365, I've searched Casabella. And you can see that the first landing page that you're taken to shows Casabella, their company name, the booth number locations that they were at the 2015 show, whether they've included any photos. The little video camera icon means that they have a video in their listing. That star means that they've listed that they offer buyers show specials. And the little plus sign is where any buyer would click on to add Casabella to their personal briefcase. Now, if you're on this page and you're looking at Casabella and you think, well, you know, they did a really nice job, I want to go in right from here, I want to log in and change my listing, you'll see there's a little icon up on the top bar that says if this is your company or you want to update your listing, click here. That'll take you directly back to the login page where you'll need your ID and seniority number. Now, Casabella has listed their video first, and that's the first big screen that you see is the video. Our web designers felt that having the video right up front was of visual importance and that it added to the site. Below that is the scrolling bar with individual photos of individual products, and then their brands and licensing and catalogs are listed. I had to do this in 2 screenshots because it ends up being a really long scrolling page. Now, any buyer that has clicked on that orange plus sign that I mentioned before has an opportunity to see the floor plan in a map in their personal briefcase. This buyer particularly selected Casabella, Nordic Ware, Joseph, Brown, Baumgartner, and Old Williamsburg Candle. And you can see the little red circles on the floor plan are where those booths are located so that the buyer can map out their travel during the day to best utilize their time.
So that becomes a very important tool for the buyers. And you're talking about 800,000 square feet that they're trying to get through in 3 days. So again, important that you have a presence on there so that you make it into their show planning. I'll also tell you that we hold these core groups throughout the country, and they're basically a round table of different exhibitors who get together and discuss, you know, issues that may be affecting their businesses and industries. And our president often attends them and was at one on the West Coast and asked for a show of hands, you know, how many exhibitors are using this tool, and not very many people raised their hands. It happened to be a forum with a big buyer in it, and when they asked the same question to the buyers, they all raised their hands. So again, really important. This is a very important buyer, someone you're likely going to want to see. So just know that they are using the tool. We know also Walmart, very vocal about this tool. They want to use this. They use this tool. They tell us they use this tool. And you're not talking one person at Walmart. You're talking 30 or 40 people. So it's important to their buying audience. It's kind of how they do their research. Again, those new products are so important for our show. Make sure you're getting those loaded when it's appropriate for you to do so. and then get them to the media as soon as you can. Remember that in through the media button, only the media views it. So this slide, couple things for 16. We're in a new branding year. We rebrand the show every 4 years. You're getting a glimpse here of what it looks like. Our new tagline is "It's Smart." It's a little focused on design and innovation. You'll see it, the new branding when you walk into the South Hall of McCormick or the Grand Concourse lobby there at the main entrance. It's going to be really, really great looking, and this is a glimpse of it. So you're looking at really the cover of the marketing kit. So you'll be seeing that again next month when it hits your desk. Okay, the consumer. So a lot of talk about the consumer. The show generated 350 million consumer impressions last year in the news media. Debbie Teschke, our PR manager, if you sit through some upcoming webinars where we really take you through all the opportunities in the marketing kit, she'll tell you that this number is very low. We keep it conservative because we don't include pass-alongs. So if somebody looks at it in a magazine and they see a product that's gotten exposure from the show and they pass it along to their friend, we don't count those impressions. So in our estimation, this is pretty low, but it's a pretty impressive number. So Inspired Home is our consumer platform. If you are not aware of Inspired Home or you've gotten emails, I know we send you guys a lot of emails. It's very easy to go through and delete them. Inspired Home, though, is our consumer platform. It is designed as a lifestyle blogging kind of site. I encourage you all to go check it out at theinspiredhome.com. There on the website you'll find the editorial calendar for Inspired Home, and feel free to reach out to myself or Dawn and we'll make a connection for the woman who's handling Inspired Home. So that if you want to submit product for editorial, you have that opportunity. I highly encourage you guys to do that. The site is really nice looking. We've made some substantial tweaks to it to increase the audience. You know, it's really a social media platform. It's being promoted through social media. So I encourage you to look at that. The other thing, so the show has always kind of had a hard close and a soft close. We've renamed that the Power Hour. This is just kind of housekeeping for you. The show will close at 5:30, but it really won't close till 6:30. And that gives you time to stay on the floor with any appointments that you're in the middle of or want to set for after that 5:30 mark. Badge registration is open for all assigned exhibitors. To access that, just visit that homepage on the website at www.housewares.org and click on badges, and it'll take you through that process. Dawn is also your point person on that if you have any questions. I think we have a few more changes this year, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It might be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's so easy. And then our housing site is also open, travel and housing. We do offer discounts on housing, so if you haven't made your housing arrangements, now's a good time to get started on that so you get the deepest discounts. Oh yeah, I forgot one important thing. The Cubs won the National League pennant yesterday. So we're very excited here in Chicago. So we want to wish our fellow Cubbies well in their quest for the World Series. Any questions? Just hit that chat function on your screen. Otherwise, feel free to contact us individually or yourself